Technically, this is the first one, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Very first one.
We had a couple of pre-first ones.
Yeah. A couple of training sessions.
Yeah, a couple of training sessions.
Of damn, what's it called? Not pre-ejaculation.
Pre-com?
I guess like pre-podcasting.
We
We pre-podcasted on ourselves. We
pre-came casting.
How's your day off been?
Good. Oil change took forever. I don't know why. It takes about 15 minutes when I do it. Yeah, walked around.
Why didn't you do it?
Because I don't have a garage out here. My garage is back in Arizona, where I can get underneath my car, all up in her guts, and fondle her and change her oil out.
I hate going to the oil change guy, which is his professional name. And I go to the oil change guy, and then I sit there, and then they come out and they show me, kind of the oil on the stick. I know that if it's black, it can't possibly be good. Yeah. But what's to stop them from just dipping
nothing
the thing into the oil?
That didn't happen to me, man. What kind of oil change place do you go to where they show it to you like fine wine?
Yeah,
monsieur.
They don't do that.
They didn't do that for me. I walked away. They
come out and they're like, "Here's your new oil," and you're like, "Okay, cool." Jiffy Lube does that.
Yeah, no, they didn't do that last time I went to Jiffy Lube.
Man, that's crazy. You got your brakes messed up by the Japanese guy. But anytime I ever went.
Don't trust Japanese mechanics.
Speaking of Japanese, I was reading that there is this Japanese princess who gave up her title to marry a commoner. Yeah, hell yeah, they still have royalty. They're still Japanese royal line. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it's more it's for titles and stuff, but yeah, she gave up her title to marry some guy, some commoner. Commoner is what they called them in the papers. I want my wedding announcement to list me as a commoner.
You are a commoner.
Right. Well, to them.
Yeah, you're a peasant.
Well, I meant when I marry a princess. I'm okay if I get to stay a commoner as long as I marry royalty. If I'm marrying to the crown or some shit like that, and they want to call me piece of shit or some shit, I'd be down.
What if
Duke piece of shit?
What if the princess that you had to marry was so ugly, but you would get the title
in a heartbeat? I think it's easier because.
What if the Queen of England right now is Bryan?
Down. I have a gray fox streak. I'm not even opposed
Dust off
to
that box.
Yeah, she's gonna die anyway. She's gonna be dead in
Dude, they've been saying that for the last 20 years.
I know, right? You're right.
She's gonna outlive her son.
But I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with it because I feel in the back of their mind that person, that not ugly person, that just not
symmetrical person.
Yeah. That they know they're not symmetrical, and so. I think at one point in a healthy relationship, you'd be listen, I know you're not symmetrical, and I know you're lucky that I love you. So
remember that dude in China that ended up divorcing and suing his wife because she had so much plastic surgery that he didn't know what she looked like beforehand, and they made babies, and they were ugly.
Ugly babies. That's crazy. Yeah. Do you drop the babies or do you drop your wife? Yeah, but
how do you sue your wife for lying? You know she's full. Those lips weren't Chinese.
Here's my thing, right? Maybe his whole idea was if you're lying about this, then how do I even know these are my babies? Maybe it was coming from a.
Well, at that point, you do a maternity test
to figure out about your babies. You go on Maury.
You go on Maury as this super rich millionaire Chinese businessman and this hot ass. All plasticed out Asian girl, and then
Maury tries to.
Maury will bring out the before and after pics of her surgeries, and then they'll have the lie detector test. Did you lie to your husband about being the hottest chick in China? And
damn, you're right. Well, that's an insane legal precedence. Be so why are we doing this today, guys? Because my wife is ugly as hell, and she didn't tell me about it. And now
she's hot as hell.
Well, she's ugly. She used to be ugly. She used to be an ugly lady. That's what he did it for, right? It's not like he divorced her. I was joking about. I was joking about her doing it
put the kids. Put her face right here.
Right there.
Look. Wait, I'm not laughing at the kid.
We're laughing at the green screen. But yeah, you know, I don't know if this was real either, though. This is popping up as like debunked, so I'm thinking maybe. But hey, whoever debunked it, maybe they're lying. You know.
I don't trust anything I see on the internet, even if it's debunked. That debunking could be a falseness.
Exactly. That's a false
news.
flag. A falser flag.
No, false flag is totally different.
If you say, hey, you know,
but a false flag,
check this out.
I thought it was something to do with getting your country involved into something like lying. Like, yeah, look up false flag.
I'm on it. But yeah, there was it's a covert operation designed to deceive. Now, the deception creates the appearance of a particular group or party being responsible for something.
There we go.
Yeah. I guess you can't really say that that's a false flag. You could say it was a false flag if she was saying that she got the operation done because he told her to, or he like strapped her down and was like, "You're gonna get this operation because you're ugly as hell." Nah, I don't know if that would work. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that Japanese thing just made me think about that.
So Halloween was yesterday.
Halloween was yesterday. That was pretty chill.
What did you do?
We did our pre. Oh God. We did our pre-podcasting.
Where everything failed.
Audio went to hell. And then I played around with a lot of Adobe stuff, trying to get my fingers dirty with that.
Procured.
Yeah. Tried to get a little.
Adobe's a sponsor of ours.
Shout out. Beep. But let's see. Yeah. There was that flight that disappeared about 14 seconds after it pulled off.
No, it was 12 minutes after it took off, and it was a Malaysian.
No, it might be a different one that I just.
No, it just happened, and they're finding body parts.
Is that the one? What's the one where there might be people still alive down in the plane?
They were saying that, but they really don't think so because they're finding literal body parts floating around in the ocean.
Of people?
Yeah, they said it was going for about 12 minutes, and then they got a call back, and then it descended rapidly and disappeared on the radar.
That's a false flag.
Could be a false flag if there was an explosion, and then they blamed it on someone, but it was really the Russians.
But that was crazy. Yeah, I mean, they can find all this other stuff. You know,
they found a black box.
Well, I'm just saying in general, like they can find. You know, who tweeted this and that, and they can pinpoint, you know, this, but a plane disappears like fucking the Malaysia flights and all the other flights, and then they have all of a sudden the toughest time finding a fucking plane. But the ocean's big, right? I mean, I don't mean that just as like a statement.
Yeah, it's big, I guess, but it's not that big where, you know, there's not trash everywhere.
Like there aren't enough iPhones on the fucking plane for them to find where the fucking location thing is on the plane.
But they found it.
I'm saying about all planes that disappear.
Oh, well, because it's so far. It's so far. Like, I remember when the French flight, Air France went down from Brazil going to France, and they couldn't find it for weeks. And when they found it, it was literally, like, if we took all the water away, a mountain that's bigger than fucking, what's the big-ass mountain up in the Alps or whatever? I don't know. Everest, there we go. On the side of a mountain like Everest. Like, how do you
find it? They found it?
Yeah, they eventually found it. It took 2 years, I think.
I guess it just takes time. I don't know. Anyways, China, I saw.
Are still being Chinese?
They love their tiger bones and their rhino noses.
Dude, I've been seeing that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, bro. They just legalized that shit as long as you can take it from. I mean, they have zoos and specific laboratories where they grow the animals. Not that an animal's not like a sunflower. They like raise animals and then then they kill the tigers. So it's like killing floors for like rhinos and tigers.
Fuck, man.
What about a movie where a guy like releases the rhinos and the tigers in this like small populace
with stubby noses and fucked up claws?
They'll still fuck some people up.
Well, fuck yeah, they would. But I mean, we got bombs.
So bomb them.
I mean, if it became like
what's a bomb?
It was like 28 days later with rhinos.
But zombie rhinos everywhere. I don't watch that movie. I was listening to, like, it's funny because we were talking about, like, listening to older stuff and then being like, like you don't know what's about to happen. Like, you know, let's say you
Oh,
watch
like
an
you
old
know-
TV show or an old podcast or something
And
like
they're
that.
saying, "Oh, Bill Clinton." Ha ha.
Well,
ha.
either that or one of the ones that I heard recently was about one of the dudes was talking about seeing a poster for Sharknado, the first Sharknado.
And was just like, "What the?"
And
fuck?
they're like, what? No way, like this, that, and the other.
Here
And
we
like,
are at Sharknado 7.
the final NATO. How awesome is that? That was like 4 or 5 years ago too. It's crazy to see how quickly that kind of like.
God damn.
moves by.
That movie is the only reason that one blonde actress from American Pie is still going.
Tara Reid.
Yeah.
She's still, but she was only in the last one. She hasn't been in a
She's
lot
been in
of
all
them.
of them.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah, I think so.
Where are you getting your Tara Reid knowledge from?
I don't know, because I saw that she was a fucking wreck of a person a week ago. And I think she was where they're filming it, is what they were talking about.
I mean, the last thing that I see on this Mamma Jamma that they say she was on was Trailer Park Shark. Good God. Ouija House, Tie the Knot, Last Call, the Hungover Games. Oof, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Hey, that's money though, cuz. Really?
She's
I
probably
can't.
hungover through each scene.
You know, fuck, is she still getting money though? Damn, that's tough looking though. There's a picture of her where she's all whacked out. Crazy. But anyways, yeah, I thought that was funny. Always cool to look back into the past, you know. Kind of see that. Oh, it was a Halloween thing. Fucking whack ass line, huh?
Yeah, or like, what did I hear recently? It was from some podcast, and they were talking about like while Trump was running, and you could tell like you guys have no idea what you're in for the next year.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
You have no idea how this is gonna go.
You're like fucking not Paris, but the other lady who got gifted the site to see what was happening, but no one believed her. They were like, oh yeah, no, whatever, and she's like, no, it's true, they're gonna attack us, and then, bam.
That should happen.
And that should happen. Myths are real. There's real as you or not, you or I, my friend.
I or you.
Speaking of movies, they got that new Grinch coming out. It's the third new Grinch movie we've had in like 10 years.
Why are they fucking still doing that?
Why the Grinch?
Because, well, I mean, he's a Christmas movie they can keep.
What's he teach about Christmas?
Well, if you're a Grinch, you know, everyone can relate to not wanting to be in the holiday spirit.
Okay.
And then it helps point out the things that you should be thankful for, et cetera, et cetera. You know.
Yeah.
Disney.
You know, I don't know. Is that Disney?
It's Dr. Seussy.
It's Dr. Seuss for sure. I don't know if Disney.
Can we change this shit?
What do you want?
I don't know. Something to hurt my brain.
You shouldn't be watching the TV. You gotta have full eye. You're never getting out of that maze. This is a symbol of life. That's what this podcast is about.
Where's that rat? There's a rat around here.
There's no rat in here.
There is a rat.
For the viewers, we have a little window, or for the
For the
viewers, for the auditory viewers, we have that Windows 98. Is it
95?
95. 3D maze going on in the background. So we're sponsored by Windows. Shout out Windows.
95.
Because this isn't an Apple. Clearly, you can tell.
It's not.
It's not.
It
Apple.
says it right on it.
So I've come up with a new game show that I'm really trying to work on. Something that I can try and like elevator pitch.
The one with the prisons?
No, that's a good one though.
I'm telling you.
That's a good one.
You just, for minutes of your freedom. Days.
That's
But
like
anyway, what's yours?
That's like a 10-15 year like plan though. Like there's a lot of
Well, yeah, you'd have your own
legislation that
network.
doesn't
It would be a
happen,
prison network for sure.
yeah, it isn't. Yeah, you could use the prison system as like a casting book, and like you could just like pull them out into like different game shows and be like, hey, you're gonna play in this game show. But no, it was almost like that. Pretty much what you do is you take people from each different country, and then you give them $1 million, and then you put them back into different countries. And so you would take, let's say,
Just get robbed.
I'm just there for the ride, my guy. Like you take each dude, and then like let's say you take an African guy, and you give him $1 million, and then you put him down in the middle of, let's say, Detroit, Michigan.
Well, you get by okay. Until they got robbed.
I mean, I guess, damn, that's a bad place.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta put 'em in-
territory-wise. You gotta put him
You gotta put him
Massachusetts,
in. That or like, yeah.
New York, Upper East Side.
Yeah, there we go.
And you do almost like
some
a
Silicon Valley shit.
Yeah. You do something like the movie where Dan Aykroyd and
Trading Places.
Trading Places.
Okay.
But you essentially trading places, people across different countries, and you plop them into really unknown territories.
So maybe you take a rich person, you stick him into his Nigerian fucking.
Well, everybody gets $1 million. Oh, and give him $1 million?
No, because he's rich already. He's got to live like that guy, and that guy's got to live your super rich life.
Nah, they did that though. They
An
did
actual
the trading
trading
places. I'm talking about like an actual trading places where, but see now the idea loses sort of kind of substance if they get too much money. You know.
Or maybe just take one guy, stick him in Eastern Europe, like on the border to Russia, and give him a pocket full of money and just be like, all right, try to make it to France.
There's a development. I like that.
Yeah, because then, anything could happen.
It's almost like the Amazing Race, but
just one
Russia.
guy. Just one guy. One guy trying to make it. Yeah.
It boils down to what's the best way to have a bunch of people do something embarrassing for the least amount of money.
That sounds like a lot of money.
Well, then we just give them like a Chick-fil-A franchise.
Boom, booty.
You know what I mean? Hey, here you go. You won this game. Here's a Chick-fil-A franchise. Enjoy. I'd rather take that than a car, to be honest.
A Chick-fil-A for the rest of your life?
If I got on Whose Line Is, or not Whose Line Is It anyways, Let's Make a Deal or whatever, one of those. Yeah, and I spin the wheel and I get to the showcase and they're like, hey, you can either have this brand new 2014 Hyundai Sonata or...
Lifetime of Chick-fil-A.
No, like a Chick-fil-A franchise.
Oh, yeah, because that shit brings money. And then you'd be the only one that would be open on Sunday.
And like break franchise. No, because then you can't be a franchise. You would be...
No,
you'd be breaking the rules.
Just do it. Like being like a liquor store that sells singles.
They take that away.
That sells the single cigarettes.
That's a throwback. Yeah, the Lucy's. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's never gonna be an option, but. And I think a Chick-fil-A is probably you lose Sunday. That's probably gotta be really bad for your profit margin.
Yeah. The fuck else do you want to do on Lord's Day?
Eat chicken.
Yeah,
you want to sit down and just crank some chicken out.
You know who our first guest should be?
Who?
Jeff Goldblum.
Send him an email.
Dude, I will.
www.jeffgoldblumemail.com is how you send emails. You're gonna be your best bet to get hold of.
I thought it was Jeff Goldblum's glasses.
.com. No, Jeff Goldblum's glasses at hotmail.com. That's how you'll reach him.
At AOL.
A good guest. Who's someone we could trick that could potentially.
Well, I mean, I at my job, I see a lot of famous people, but that's just weird tattooing somebody and then going, hey, you want to come to my house and be on my podcast, bro?
It's why we're out here, you know what I mean?
Come on, bro, please.
Hey, not please. Whoa, you're not begging.
Come on, man.
You're not a punk.
Come on,
You're
man.
just like, hey, I'm a guy, who happens to be doing something. And
we're all here doing something.
We're all out here doing something, homie.
Dude, it sounds like you're about to proposition him.
You might be. Mentally. You may be mentally propositioning him. Let's see. We're about halfway through the football season. Yeah.
Go sports.
Go sports ball.
Go sports.
There was some time. People hitting each other with the helmets and obscure sports like basket weaving and
badminton.
Sports.
And online gaming.
Online gaming? That's a sport now.
Yeah.
You can call that a sport.
Look at this.
Hey, guys.
I'm working out my online gaming.
Hit us up. Sponsored by League of Legends. But that's going pretty well. Rams are still rocking it pretty hard.
Dude, I just ran into an old friend of mine not too long ago. And she was still all about that League of Legends, man. And it was funny. All the characters, all the fucking players are the same. They just kind of switched them around, teams.
Yeah.
And it's, honestly, like, it's fun to watch sometimes, but I don't know. Maybe that's my issue with sports. Every year is the same teams at each other's throats. Every year is the same thing. And it's like...
How would you, Sam, how would you improve football if you were given the power to improve football?
Weapons.
Without taking or giving anything.
I wanted weapons in their hands.
I mean, that's the way to go.
Here we go. You're allowed to hit way after the fucking whistle. like NFL blitz style.
So no whistles.
No, well, yeah, there's whistles to kind of get something moving around, but
Gotta have some type
but
of.
what I mean is like when that quarterback thinks he's all good and like looking into the air and like, oh, the play's over, wham!
True
Dude,
physical altercation.
exactly.
Okay.
Let's bring some fucking broken ankles, stick that needle in there, run back out there, fuck up your career, kind of shit.
All right,
Let's bring it back to the late '80s, early '90s.
This is in my NFL glasses at yahoo.com email that I'm sending to the NFL. So they're gonna get all these notes.
There we go. I mean, I'd prefer if they had weapons and no helmets.
Some type of weapon-based football game.
Let's meld rugby and football together.
Let's put people in pads on horses throwing the ball to each other.
So the horses have pads too, and they run into each other.
Now you're really getting into it.
Yeah.
So I saw
we see
that.
a lot of horses get killed after they had broke their leg.
I saw that the kid who used to be in the. Do you remember the two little twin boys from
Big Daddy?
Big Daddy?
Yeah.
One of them makes beer, has his own brewery, and he makes his own fucking beer there, man. I saw a little video of him.
How old is he?
Hyped up. They're my age, so they're about 27, 28.
Right.
And then the other one I think is still acting, and it was like his first film since Big Daddy. So.
Because yeah, they were all over the Disney Channel.
Yeah, they had that show. Whose turn is it to bang?
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana. That's the show, right?
Yeah. I think so.
But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, what's up, Hannah Montana?
Disney is one of our sponsors, so
Disney,
we have to shout out some Disney.
Yeah, we're shouting out all of our sponsors for the first one. That way they can go ahead and start sending us shit.
Thank you, Kenmore.
Like like a brand new Kenmore refrigerator. Let's see. Homegirl from I thought this was kind of neat. Homegirl from Game of Thrones and one of them Jonas Brother motherfuckers. They dressed up as whatchamacallit?
I don't know, man.
I know.
Adam's family, Gomez, Adams, and what's her face?
That's all right.
That's all right.
I mean, she's all right. You know, he's all right too. I'm sure he's having fun. But
Morticia Adams.
Morticia? Is that her name?
Yeah, Morticia Adams.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love Morticia Adams?
True. Who doesn't love that other lady, Elvira?
Well, who would you pick? One subscriber, Morticia Adams or the wife from the Munsters?
Let us know in the comments.
In the comment.
In the one comment. You're gonna have to argue with yourself, but those I see are probably the best type of arguments. Do you think that? Did you know that Michael Jackson is ranked as #1 as the highest paid dead artist? That still gets money, makes money.
So Paris Jackson, you are fucking lucky.
You already know.
You fucking lucky. You gecko looking. I love you.
Hopefully she's our one.
I told you I met her a couple times, right?
Yeah, you almost tattooed her, right?
Yeah, but no, she's a client. She's a client of someone else, but no, she's nice, really nice.
Do you think you
fucking piercing eyes, man? She looks at you, it feels like she's shooting laser beams through the back of your skull.
She seems nice.
You kind of have to look away. She's got those fucking silver ass eyes.
Do you think if you had to choose another popular celebrity, a dead celebrity's daughter, to fight her?
To fight?
Yeah. Like if you had to.
Muhammad Ali.
His daughter? His daughter's a bad bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, dude. His daughter's
gotta make it a fair fight.
His daughter's no joke, dog. Like,
I just gotta get one in. I just gotta get one in.
I guess, man. Like, I guess
she'd light me up. She would light my ass up.
She would fuck you up, bro. She'd fuck a lot of people up. I don't care. I don't care who she is.
Who's dead that I know who their kid is?
That's the only daughter kid that you know of. I guess I did kind of limit it at that point.
Doesn't Elvis have kids?
Yeah, but they're old as shit.
I'd win.
Not you. I'm saying Paris Jackson. If you had to be like, okay, Paris. All right, Paris. Today you're gonna fight.
Oh, for her.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I thought if I had to fight them.
No, why
okay.
do you? What? No, I'm saying.
I don't know. I kind of want to hit somebody.
Yeah, but
no, Paris Jackson.
I think she could
Chris Farley?
safely.
No, Paris Jackson and Frances Bean Cobain.
You think that'd be a good fight?
That'd be a good fight. Be a nice little scrap.
So that's not Paris Jackson.
That's Paris Jackson.
That's Paris?
That's totally Paris.
I mean, she's done up, though.
Yeah, she is done up. She's got those crazy eyebrows, too.
I honestly think she's genetically... She was a tube baby. She's a tube baby. She's a lizard person.
Yeah, that's a lizard person.
So in this corner, standing...
I think 5'9".
And what was Cobain's kid's name?
Frances Bean. She's a sweet girl, too. I don't see her fighting.
That's what they all say. But on this edition...
We'll just say that one of them said something about their dad.
and say it through
false
text.
Flag them.
False flag them? Hey! Full circle. I like that. All right,
false flag Paris Jackson and Frances Bean into a street fight. Or pay-per-view fight.
Would you guys watch that?
Guys watch that?
One subscriber? Man.
I don't know. She's got that Courtney Love gene, though. That's some psycho gene.
That's psycho. That's psychoness. Honestly, dude, I'd give it to the Cobain's kid.
Yeah, I think she's probably got a little...
She looks like she has a little more anger and pain behind her eyes.
Yeah, she's a little more hippie, Coachella-y.
How old were they when the parents said this is a gruesome topic?
Yeah,
this is weird, but anyways, we're gonna give it.
She was a baby.
They were both babies.
She was a kid.
She was a little kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like 5 or 6, right?
Damn, has he been gone that long?
Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. If you're watching.
Fuck, man.
Because we know you out there watching with Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah, I know, and Prince.
Prince
is there.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, Chris Cornell. Fucking shout out to Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chester, Lincoln Park.
Yeah, this is a YouTube channel for just dead people. I'm gonna get a graphic right here.
Or right here.
Ooh, yeah. Well, it'll be a shout out. The shout out graphic. I'm gonna get it figured out.
We're gonna figure this out.
You guys are gonna really enjoy watching this just develop into an extreme Tim and Eric.
I don't know about that extreme.
No, not Tim and Eric. Eric Andre.
Oh yeah. Fuck. I wish we had that budget.
Yeah. Well, that's an easy budget.
Well, no. I mean, he has a team full of people putting chairs and shit back together.
Yeah, I guess the budget. You need the money to pay them people. All day. You're 100%.
Look at our people. All they're doing
the
is
dogs.
They're sleeping around.
Our dogs don't know how to.
That's
they're
all
being
they do.
quiet though.
That's kind of what I like.
They're being quiet. I'll give them that much.
Thank you, Puds.
They're still trying to make sure that the Chinese people don't eat any more dogs.
Yeah. Did you see when that I forget who it was, some Chinese dude in front of Putin was handing Putin a puppy, but like all the camera people were right there. So the Chinese guy, they hand him the dog. He grabs it by the scruff like this.
Hey.
And he's like, "Yes, this dog right here." And then you can see Putin sitting down like, "Oh, hey." Grabs the dog and like holds it like that. He's like,
loves him up. Aww.
He's like, yeah, he was like kind of like, "Oh, easy." I mean, I get it. One fucking commenter there. We understand that mommy dogs do pick them up like that, but come on, man. Be a little cuter with the dog. It was real fuzzy and cute. You're taking pictures. You don't want to be like, like your fucking severed enemy's head.
Yeah, man. Or like this week's piece of lamb shank.
Yeah, like
we did it.
And then to have Putin looking like the nice guy.
It's also another one. We'll call it the dog false flag. That probably wasn't even a real Chinese embassy guy. That was probably just some.
Just making the Chinese look bad. And that was a Korean dude who was like, "We don't like what's going on with the Chinese," so he sent a Korean Chinese fucking.
Keep the steam going. Keep the tinfoil hat steam going.
And he got the cutest puppy possible because it was a fucking cute ass shepherd fucking dog. I don't know what it was, but it was fuzzy as hell. And he's like, "This is what people don't like."
You brought it all home, man. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That was a good theory. I really like that.
Dude, it's not a theory. That's fact.
I hate to keep because
a factery.
And we're coming up with new words. Put that down in the verbal blog book.
Factery.
You're gonna have to design those graphics.
I'm designing shit. There's fonts for that.
Yeah, we'll be basic. I hate to keep talking about this with that Saudi Arabia guy because it's really not that much in the news anymore.
Yeah, because what they say they fought him. Or they got in an altercation and killed the guy in the embassy in Turkey.
By accident.
Or by accident.
First.
But now he's cut up into little pieces.
Bruh, this dude got strangled walking into the embassy. Like, he walked into the embassy and there was a kill team there, and they got him and they ganked him in one go, and then they chopped him up and then they threw him
While his
in the
wife is
acid.
waiting in the car outside.
Baller.
And so then they cut him up into little pieces, and then they're like, oh, we got into some fight. There was an accident, like misunderstanding, you know. Dudes can do that, get misunderstood, start fighting, throw a swing, someone gets hit, their head hits the ground, they die. That happens. I'm always afraid to throw a punch for that reason. But then he falls and breaks into pieces. Like the Terminator,
Like
T-1000,
Iceman.
like
Yeah.
T-1000, and fucking into pieces. They're like, oh, it was an accident. He's in pieces.
Yeah. It was nuts. But that was just my one little piece about that.
Where'd you see that actor? We talked about this yesterday. The actor who cut his own arm off.
Oh, what the fuck?
With a skill saw?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
what
this
the fuck?
actor was on Better Call Saul. It's crazy, man. Cut his own arm off so he could get better roles to play vets.
Yeah,
Veterans.
listen up, fucking anybody out there who's trying to make it or some
It's
shit.
not like work on your acting before you cut an arm off.
Cut your hair, maybe. Like,
I ain't cutting nothing.
paint your toenails.
No, I'm not cutting nothing.
Don't fucking cut your arm off.
Dude, he fucking skill saw. Arm gone, he's holding it. Like this, and then it's not here anymore, it's here.
Fuck. Crazy.
Imagine, would there be pain at first? Probably not.
Come on, man. Will there be pain? Of course. You ever
Well-
seen that movie 127 Hours?
No, because I read the premise in the back and I was like, okay, I know what happens. He falls in a hole, gets stuck, cuts his arm off, gets home.
This motherfucker. No, I'm not out here to try and shame this
Can we
dude.
get
like,
our face off here?
Boy, if you start working the computer, Jamie, look right here. This guy, it's a little dark. None of the best parts right there. But this motherfucker cut his. I just can't. Look, bruh, if you're watching this,
Anything for acting, I guess, right?
you're an idiot, dude.
What other job would someone resort to something like this?
The theater
No, I mean, it's
Oh.
acting. Like, so what I'm saying is, like, is there any other...
that you would physically
Job
hurt yourself?
to get-
Maybe if you were in the military and you were like, I don't want to be in the military.
But
anymore."
that's trying not to get the job. I'm saying to get your job. Like, no one's going to cut their
Oh.
toe off to be like, oh, I need to be a mechanic, man.
Right. No, you're never going to.
I'm going to be the toeless mechanic. They'll be able to use me.
That's desperate stuff right there. But yeah. Anyways,
Fucking
shout out to
crazy.
that guy.
What's his name?
I don't know. Some guy, armless guy. We'll call him armless.
Armless man, all right.
But
The one-armed man.
one-armed man. That's congratulations. You made it on.
And
your
he
first
said, and what did he
podcast.
say? He said that it's still that he might have gotten a few roles, but that's about it. Like, nothing too crazy. Not worth cutting your own fucking arm off, man.
Brazil just elected a new president. He's taking a very firm stance on drugs, just like our buddy Duarte in the Philippines. He's taking a zero tolerance stance on drugs, my guy. So pretty soon that means all of Brazil's gonna start murdering each other even more.
That's awesome, you know?
You know?
That's really what they need.
That's what they need, man. And that they elected it themselves, that's the best part. Zuckerberg, my boy Zuck, keeps on showing up in Canada. Is now being called to Canada and the UK over this Facebook data that has managed to leak out.
Dude, Dan Bilzerian's Halloween party.
Dan Bilzerian had a pretty dope Halloween party.
He didn't get dressed up. He was in short shorts and a white t-shirt, but
That is
yeah.
his dress up. That's
He
his
had
costume.
everything. What the fuck, man?
Let's see.
He had a huge party.
I saw that there were a couple of non-racist costumes out there that I really liked. There was a lot of Pennywises, or not Pennywise, Penny the Clown from
Pennywise. Yeah, it's Pennywise.
It. Yeah, it is Pennywise. Right? But yeah, it was pretty cool. Halloween's always a good time. But again, I didn't really.
Yeah,
I'm at that point now where Halloween's starting to get a little bit lower on my kind of.
it's sometimes fun to go do it. I didn't go out because, dude, it's honestly crazy out there on Hollywood. DUI checkpoints everywhere, and if I'm gonna take an Uber, that's a lot of money. I don't know, man. It's like the gay parade, just a little darker.
Nice. I like that. It's a little.
Yeah, it's not as like unicorny. It's more like like macabre. Oh, horns and kitties. A A lot of cat costumes, girls. And honestly, Halloween is supposed to be scary. I'm not afraid of sluts.
You're right. Hey, man, you're right.
Not afraid of sluts.
So, girls, rethink your
rethink your costume.
position.
It's not scary. I'm not afraid of a slutty nurse.
I think it's really
Dude,
cool.
I think I heard that joke.
What?
I think I must have heard that joke. Now it's starting to become familiar. I think I've heard that a long time ago.
Yeah, you don't want to be using other people's stuff.
Am I using other people's stuff?
I
Tell
don't
me in
know.
the comments. I don't know, but
One person.
I smoke a lot of weed.
So that's probably why I forgot when he used that bit.
No, I just remembered it when I said I'm not afraid of slutty nurses. I think someone said that before.
Maybe you. Maybe you got so baked that you forgot that you said that.
Fuck, man.
Did you know that every Canadian is entitled to a free portrait of the Queen of England?
Why?
It's just part of their legislation. You're entitled to that as a Canadian. They will send you one.
Who do you call?
The Canadian Ministry. You can request it through the internet.
They probably are so sick of that.
Technically, she's still Queen of England, I guess, right? Isn't she still part of the
Queen of England, still Queen of Canada? I don't know.
Queen of Canada? Can you imagine getting yours from Trump?
Yeah.
Wearing a Canadian insignia. That's baller.
She's like, I own part of this shit.
We need to start. What we really need to do is we need to start a family line, like a hereditary line, wearing 100.
What do you mean we?
In general, humankind, where there's just one line. Human.
They say everyone's gonna be brown though in the future.
That's dope. That way, when the aliens come and they're like, yo, how's this all broken up? You're like, all of us are all.
We're all one.
We're all one. We're all one entity. You know what I mean? See, I'm doing all the work for these politicians and I'm not getting paid for it.
I know, dude.
So I think there's that's why I'm really trying to limit on my ideas that I've been putting out. That's what they always tell you to do in school. They say, hey, if you have any ideas, tuck them into the back of your brain. Don't ever talk about them again. 2 + 2 is 4.
Joey Diaz has a comedy special out right now.
Yeah, Joey
Netflix.
Diaz. Joey Diaz is a new comedy special.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, what is it? What is it called? The Degenerates. The Degenerates. There's a bunch of comedians on that.
I'm seeing a lot of things where they're saying that the ocean is heated. I'm gonna keep the Queen up if that's cool with you.
Yeah, yeah. All hail, all long live the Queen.
Sponsored by the Queen of England. One of my favorite board games that I don't see anymore is Hungry Hungry Hippos. I don't know if it's because they're eliminating it now because of the
Fat shaming.
Yeah, but there isn't a lot of Hungry Hungry Hippos.
You know what I just played? Actually, a couple weeks ago.
What?
Battleship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Battleship's pretty dope.
I kicked her ass.
They have these updated versions of Battleship too, where it's like a, it's like an updated one. It's got clear plastic to simulate.
Yeah,
the
this
ocean
was one of the newer ones. It's kind of on the cheaper side of the newer ones, but I remember the black box ones.
Yeah.
No, this was your fucking.
You're looking almost at a radar screen.
Yeah, it
that.
looks like a radar thing on a thing. You open it up and then it was nice though. It's funny. I used to play it a lot when I was a kid, and I'm pretty good at Battleship.
Battleship is, I guess.
There's strategy. There's strategy. Because if I find one of your ships, I can kind of guess where you would, how you laid it out.
Well, it's like Minesweeper.
Yeah, essentially.
Like the reverse of Minesweeper.
Dude, you know who's great at Minesweeper? My sister was she would do those big fucking things, stay there for a couple hours, and beat Minesweeper.
That's a lot of time.
Dude, it was weird.
They should have sent her to Vietnam so that she could clear real Minesweepers.
Yeah.
Or she could be a real Minesweeper. There you go. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I haven't seen any Hungry Hungry Hippo. There hasn't been a new version of the Oregon Trail, which I'm very disappointed in.
Dude, what is up with that? Because I've been trying to find an app on my phone for Oregon Trail.
You're not gonna find it, buddy. You're gonna find it here in my imagination brain. Because nobody is taking, and if you think about it,
It's
those games
Bryan
are,
got syphilis.
it's stuck in his imagination brain. It can't get out. It's a simple game to do, but you have to wonder how many options were there put in the original Oregon Trail game. Like, I can't imagine anybody's played Oregon Trail to the point where they've...
I beat it. I beat it many times.
Beating it is easy. What I'm saying is in the same sense of, like, where you have, let's say, a million ways of, like, getting things completed in Zelda. Or, like, Grand Theft Auto. Like,
yeah,
what
because
is
essentially
the
what would happen...
branch of, like...
No, essentially what would happen was it was the same thing every time. If you made it to the river and then you made it past the river, you won. It was going trail to trail to trail, hunt, trail, find the river if you're still alive, and then fucking go down the river, left, right, trying to get that raft, past some things, and then come to the end. And then you made it.
I don't know.
I mean, it was essentially the same thing. It was just what was random about it was what Billy Bob got and your friend fucking
That's right.
Zach.
Like
The random part was, can you make it to the river? And then once you made it to the river, can you actually get past the river?
I'm looking it up right now. How many options were there in Oregon Trail? Yeah, I don't know why they don't have that. But that was my that's what I was thinking about the other day. I was really surprised that they haven't managed to come up with something like that for the thing. Oh, that's a good one.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh, man.
Damn, it was developed in 1974. All right. Damn, he built it with just a program. Yeah, how have they not done this, man? There's a 2016 edition of the Oregon Trail. Oh, it's a card game. What is this? A fucking...
Dude, how do we go backwards in technology with this fucking game?
But anyways, yeah. There was that, and then,
Well, now we have Red Dead Redemption.
yeah.
Oh, Red Dead.
That's a whole nother beast.
That's pretty much Oregon Trail on roids.
On roids. And really good stuff. The new Rambo's getting ready.
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been telling Jane, she's never watched any of them. I'm like, I haven't been able to find First Blood on Hulu, Netflix, nothing.
Come on, man.
And then Creed 2, fucking Stallone,
I haven't
man.
seen the first Creed.
I cried. I'll be really honest about that. I cried like a little bitch. Like, a lot. The whole movie, I had a cramp behind my
Because you were trying to stop from
I
crying.
was just sitting there just fucking like,
Why? Was that emotional?
yeah, dude. Yeah. Heart. A lot of heart. And he had a lot of anger. His dad fucking fucked around and he's some bastard baby. But he's Creed.
But he's Apollo Creed's kid, though.
Yeah, but he was like Apollo Creed's bastard son.
Oh, well. That drives it.
And no, he did a good job, man. That dude's ripped.
Michael Blackson?
Yeah, and then fucking Dolph Lundgren came back for this movie.
No, he didn't. Did he
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, he's the dude he's fighting's coach.
Oh my god, that's so cliche. That's so trashy.
Dude, it's gonna
That's so shitty. Oh,
come
I don't
on.
want to watch it anymore.
It's gonna
That's
be
so
awesome.
shitty.
Watch the first one.
I don't know.
The
Totally worth it. All that time that I just spent doing this. Yeah! Oh, man. Anyways.
Stallone, I love you.
We love you, Stallone.
I love Stallone. I'm a huge Stallone fan.
Yeah, that looks good.
That's one dude. I want to marry any of his daughters. Any of them.
He's got a lot of daughters.
He's got a lot of beautiful daughters, and they seem really cool.
Shout
On
out
the
to Stallone daughters. Do you feel like
Actually, Stallone, negate everything I said. I just want to be your friend.
where do you think the line is creepiness wise as far as like Instagram and like following up on things like that? Like,
Well, dude, he's constantly posting about his daughters. It's not like I'm.
it's like a public forum.
Yeah,
You
don't
know,
post it if you don't want people to look at it. I mean, of course, if I'm jerking off on my fucking screen,
Of course, and they're
That's-
there,
that's a little different, you know.
and they just happen to be there.
It just happened. Oh, it refreshed, and Stallone's daughter. I mean,
Who am I? Who are you gonna blame, Stallone?
I mean, Instagram.
Certainly not me. If you do have any trouble, though, you can come down here and meet us on the
I
show.
will not fight that motherfucker.
I'd fight Stallone. I'd lose, but at least I'd say that I tried to fight Stallone. What do you feel about vaccines, man? You about vaccines?
I don't want polio, so yes, I'm very. I'll put an autistic kid out in the world every 200,000 kids instead of 1 out of 5 fucking polio infested kid. Yeah,
I guess.
all day, fucking 6-fingered babies all day.
Six-fingered babies.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? I don't want fucking polio and measles and every other fucking thing we've stopped.
Well, but you're always saying we need
A plague?
yeah.
That's different, though. I want a plague that'll just wipe out like 90% of the problem with the problem with wiping that many people out, though, is power reactors. Nobody thinks about this. The second one person can't get to the power reactor and turn whatever knob they need to turn to keep it cool, how many reactors are on this planet? Imagine 1 or 2 reactors can't get the proper upkeep because there's not enough people or a war breaks out. That's why we can't have all these people just disappear.
Hey
It's
man,
got
I'm not the one who
slowly
wants a
come back
plague.
down.
Oh, it's gotta go down slowly. Murder squads.
No, I mean like the reactors. We gotta start taking them out slowly. Probably have like some other form of power. It's the cleanest form of power, but it's also one of the most dangerous and safest. It's weird.
I thought you were talking about executing mass people.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Clear, like
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like a genocide.
But we gotta make sure that there's people at these reactors because that's
what's keeping everything moving.
Well, I'm just saying if someone can't upkeep the reactor and it explodes,
Hey, I'm with you.
it fucks up the whole planet.
I'm with you. I saw that India just showed the biggest statue in the world. Did you see that? They built a huge ass statue.
Bigger than
that's
the Statue of Liberty?
Twice as big as the Statue of Liberty.
What does it look like? Let's see. That looks like the Queen.
All hail the Queen.
What the fuck? And that guy out of all people?
Who is he?
Just some old man.
I thought you were gonna fucking break that shit down for me.
No,
I thought you were about to tell me like, yeah, he murdered this, that, and the other.
Some old man with a potato sack
Yeah,
over his.
he's not even Gandhi.
What the fuck, guys?
Look at that thing's fucking.
At least the one in what the fuck is Jesus with his arms spread wide? That looks cool.
In Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, and then we got the Statue of Liberty. You know, beautiful manly woman. Looks like Owen Wilson a little bit.
Y'all got Chow Yun Fat hanging out on a fucking pedestal in India.
What the fuck?
While your people are shitting on the streets and can't fucking eat. You fucking third world savages. I'm sorry, that's mean. I love you, Keshav, by the way. Keshav Kumar, mad shoutouts. He's probably our second subscriber. If you're watching that, my dog. My bad, cuzzo. I didn't mean to chew you out like that. Anyways, fuck the queen. Hey, yeah, that's Indian, but praise the king. Anyways, yeah, that shit was wild. Trying to think. Nothing really exciting has happened for me in the last week, I'd say. I mean, I delivered food to Andy Milanakis.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. Old Andy. He was in there, and if you're watching this, Andy, maybe now that I know where you live, I come over randomly, and I'm just like, hey, like.
Yeah, I met him one time.
Yeah, that's right, you did too. So we can both officially say
he was making fun of me on his Twitch because I didn't have I didn't pay for my Pandora, and people were just handing him money online, just $9, $5, $3, $5. As he's getting tattooed, he's just filming himself. He's like, hey, thanks so and so, thanks so and so, thanks so, doing that the whole time. Basically panhandling online. I don't get that. You're panhandling online.
What do you mean panhandling though?
Panhandling, where you're just doing this.
Oh, and people were paying him money?
People were just sending him money
Because he was twitching.
Yeah, he was twitching, and he was just giving them shout out like, "Oh, hey, big blah blah blah, 69. You know, thanks for the $9."
But at least he's doing a service though.
What do you mean service?
He's shouting out their names.
I guess. I mean, that's
like
$9.
if there was a dude, like let's say there was a homeless guy in the corner, right? And you already know how I feel about homeless guys.
Mina,
You guys
get
already
outta
know
here.
about that. But let's say there's a homeless guy in the corner, and the homeless guy's like, "Hey man, give me $1 and I'll sing a song about your game." Like
That's
to
worth
me,
$1.
that's gonna be more likely to be like, oh,
Let's hear the song.
let's hear the song, homie. Like when it comes to someone like Andy Milanakis, you know what I mean? Like I would never do anything like that. I would never be like, yo.
But
yeah,
then he was
shut up.
roasting me about not having. I was like, dude, ask one of your fucking dudes on there to send me $10 a month.
He was roasting you about what?
Not paying for because it was commercials were popping up between songs. So he's like, "Yo, man, who's who?" He was basically giving me shit for not. Kind of. I wasn't. It was funny. But then I turned around and was like, "Why don't you ask one of your Twitch motherfuckers to send me some money? Let's get this going."
Okay. I feel you.
But no, he was nice. He was cool.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He was like, I'll tip you on the app, and I was like, see you, Andy Milanakis. I was gonna be like.
You just said his full name every time.
Oh, hey, Andy. Yeah.
Andy Milanakis.
Hey, Mr. Milanakis. Or Mr. Andy Milanakis. But yeah, that was probably the most interesting thing. I didn't see too much wild stuff happen on the streets. I didn't go out Halloween night.
I'm not gonna say who, but some band members from NoFX, Pennywise, and UK Subs came by the shop, and we let them tattoo each other.
That's crazy.
That was a good time. That was a good time. They were really cool. Obviously, partying, having a good time, Halloween week. But yeah, we had a great time. Funny people. I was cracking up. Funny people. He tattooed. Well, again, I won't say who, but I go, "What did you tattoo on him?" And it was 2 stick figures holding hands. And one of them had like 3 claws like this. I'm like, "Did you tattoo a stick figure Wolverine?" And he goes, "No, that's a Jew claw. So you could grab all that Jew money."
He really did that. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's crazy that they tattooed each other, though.
No gloves, nothing. Yeah, they were like, "Nah, fuck it." I think they even tattooed each other with the same needle.
Really?
That happen, it was all punk rock.
Let that happen, B?
It was as punk rock as it gets. Yeah, fuck yeah, let that happen. Sunset, West Hollywood, fucking punk rock motherfuckers coming into your shop. Hold on, guys. Let me.
Hey guys.
Yeah,
There's some health and safety issues that we're really concerned about here. Nah, you're right.
Meanwhile, they were just grimy, and everyone's grimy,
greasy and sweaty and
drunk,
grody
and just
and drunk and
and I think mid 40s to early 50s. At that point, man, if shit hasn't gotten to you, I don't think,
You think they have any money sort of stored up? They have to have some.
Well,
money,
dude,
right?
and it brought me back to going back to some NoFX the next day. I was like, dude, I haven't listened to NoFX in a while, so I put it on at the gym. These guys have been making music since 1988, I think, 87, 88, and have come out with an album, at least an album, every other year.
Since 88?
Yeah. I think.
Damn,
I think
really?
there might have been like a space where they didn't and did again, but yeah, look up their fucking discography. But yeah, man, fucking hardcore.
Their latest studio album, First Stitch Effort, was released in 2016. So yeah, it looks like they've been pumping.
Well, and now they just wrapped up their next album. They were telling, I don't even know if I'm allowed to fucking say these things. But yeah, so anyway, he told me, motherfucker, we just finished up recording.
Fat Mike, Eric Melvin, El Jefe, Eric Sandin. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they got a lot. Liberal Animation, S&M Airlines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 studio albums.
Yeah, dude.
Very impressive, man. And that is a throwback, honestly.
Yeah, and then Pennywise, I was listening to them. I was like, what the fuck, man? I haven't listened to this shit. I mean, I used to listen to it in high school, but I don't know. You don't really...
Fucking boy Rambo out here. Look at you. You look so cute. He's ripped in that fucking movie.
Dude, he's ripped now.
There's a dude who implanted sonar pieces into the back of his head in Russia so that he could tell when people were behind him. Like he implanted them into
As the most paranoid man on earth was like, now I know when someone...
Now I'll always know.
Can't sneak up on me.
You sneaky fucks.
He sees that green to red thing when you back your car up and it's got a camera.
And he was like, I want one of those. He was like, that would look cool.
He's like, and when I walk backwards, it beeps.
Let's see. Yeah, man, overall it was a pretty chill week.
Yeah.
What's on the docket for next week? I'd like to try and work on getting somebody in. That would be cool.
Yeah, you think?
I think so. Or I mean, whatever.
We need to get
doesn't
Keith
have
up here.
to-
Keith, our buddy Keith. What is his podcast name? He fucking just sent us a thing.
Oh, that's really that's bad of us. We should definitely. We
Yeah,
should
hold
plug
on.
his.
Where I need to yeah.
Let's see. We can always. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty good.
It's the Bogcast. The BOGCAST. All one word. Bogcast. Like the eternal stench of bog.
Best way of plugging it I've heard so far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, remember fucking Labyrinth? The bog of eternal stench where they couldn't touch that mud or they would smell forever?
The only thing I remember from Labyrinth is fucking Bowie and his 12 costume changes, and then like a little bit of the songs, like, and some of the puppets, like.
When I had that on VHS as a little kid, I was in love with what's her name?
Dude, I'm trying to say her name right now, and all she says is, "It's not fair."
Yeah, God, I was so in love with her as a little kid. Yeah,
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, God, I was so in love with her, and every movie she came out in, even in Hulk, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, she was in Hulk.
She's a gorgeous.
She's
gorgeous
great
woman.
in 13 going on 30. Cause she was like that older chick. She was like the young girl, and then like she makes a wish in the closet.
Yeah.
And then she wakes up as herself in New York, but she's like the 13-year-old mind.
Yeah.
I mean that's weird. It's a weird concept of. She's just good looking.
Isn't like Big? Big was the same thing.
Yeah, it's just a remake of Big. It's a female version of Big.
I remember Vice Versa was a good one. It's where a man dies and comes back as a woman and has to get a woman to love him, so he doesn't go to hell.
Which one's that one?
Vice Versa.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Which was that one? I want to go Vice Versa.
Yeah, this guy, he's a womanizing piece of shit. The women kill him. He ends up on the edges of heaven and hell, and
oh shit, it's Judge Reinhold's in it.
I forget
I got you,
see
B.
his face. But yeah, then God says, "I'm sending you back to if you can get a woman to actually love you." Yeah.
Reinhold's in it. It's crazy.
Wait, vice versa. Okay, wait, I'm mixing this up. This is the one where he turns into an adult. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking of the one, it's another movie where the dude dies and has to come back and make a woman love him, and then he can go to heaven after that. But the devil comes in and says, well, let's make this interesting. Let's make him a woman. And then it's got a couple of big actors in it, too. But Vice Versa was good, too. I like that one. I remember that one now.
I don't know. It's something I'll have to look up.
Yeah, it's got this famous actress from
Women
like
Who
the
Love
80s.
Men Who Kill? No, that's a book.
No.
Did you know that Val Kilmer draws and he paints and he puts stuff up on his website to sell?
Let's see.
But, yo, that's wild. Yeah, I was looking at his website the other day. Oh, is he still doing oh no, I wonder if he's still traveling country to or state to state doing that Mark Twain presentation where he dresses up as Mark Twain.
Switch
Is what it is?
Yeah, Switch. Yeah. That was a good one.
All right.
And it's funny because the woman's acting like a man, like sitting with his legs spread apart and like just being all like just itchy and. Nice. Let's see some Val Kilmer art.
All signed by my boy Val.
Is that a phone case?
Yeah, he does phone cases too.
Is this spray paint bullshit? Did he really put his own Batman? It's his artwork about him, like using his likeness.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like
Him as Mark Twain.
Oh my god.
$250.
Okay. Does he have T-shirts? I'll buy T-shirts.
He does. I'm glad you asked. Now that you have introduced you to the Val Kilmer lifestyle, let me explain to you what the membership gets you.
Wait, there's a membership?
Yeah. No, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, dude. Look at that. He's out there grinding. You know what I saw too? That Owen Benjamin dude was talking about. Probably the only like informative piece of information that I've read on that dude's thing. But it was like Chris D'Elia has an app now. D'Elia has an app, like an actual app for him, where like he can update his fans about stuff, or he can like show post times for concerts and tickets and give exclusive stuff. And he was like, "Yo, this is the future." He was like, "If you know this," he was like, "The homeboy is way above the head of the curve because that'll be the future where you."
That's a one-on-one with the guy.
just downloaded Bryan's app. It looks like he's coming into town next Tuesday. I just got tickets at 8 o'clock.
How do we get our own app? We just tell everybody.
Hey,
we
Keshav,
know.
I know I just shit on you and your people, homie, but help me build an app, dog. And we'll build our own statue, homie, like 4 times as big, cuz you already know. I'm sorry about the poop comment, dog. I got no edits, man. This is all the wife. But anyways, mad shout out to our boy Val Kilmer out here getting shit done. Autographed movie posters, jewelry, Doc Holliday collection. Get out of here, bro. That shit's wild.
Let me see the T-shirts.
Oh, I was
Get
joking
outta here,
about
get
that.
outta
That was
here,
part
get
of the. They do have a mug though. You know what?
He has no T-shirts.
No. Your birthday's coming up though. Rock you a $21 Val Kilmer Doc Holliday mug.
That actually I would use.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's
The
probably
Saint.
crazy, right?
Oh, The Saint. That was literally a movie for an actor to get to just do whatever accent he wanted. All the accents that he had in his pocket. Fucking mustache, no mustache.
What was the Saint about?
You don't remember The Saint?
I'm trying to remember. Was he a spy?
What the fuck?
Yeah, fucking upstairs neighbors.
He was a spy, and he grew up in an orphanage, and he's sort of religious, and then he was a master of disguise and going and making up IDs and things, and there was a lot of him standing in front of a mirror going, "My name is Boris.
Oh no!
My name is Boris."
He was trying to do a Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah. No, it was good. I mean, I remember when it came out. I don't think it did great in the theaters, but I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was a little weird because they had a lot of his kid flashbacks of him being a traumatized kid and making a key and
Really?
yeah, it's some shit. Man, I can't remember. I remember all.
You have a pretty impressive old movie chronologically.
Yeah.
That's
I remember
bad
stories
word.
pretty good. No, I remember movies.
He
pretty good.
remembers words pretty well.
I don't remember the titles a lot of times or the actors' names at all, but I'll remember the movie and the story for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm the same way with newer movies, but I mean, you just got a little time.
But that's cool. Keith, a friend of ours, kind of started doing this shit at the same time.
Yeah, what's really cool is we all get to sort of hopefully get everybody to we'll have an Arizona, kind of cast out there, and kind of have what we got going on, and yeah, so some exciting stuff. I think we're getting to the end of
How long have we been going? How long?
4 hours. No, I'm just kidding. I can't
What?
possibly be right. I can't possibly be right. I think I'm reading that wrong.
Let's see. No, 1 hour 4 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bad Boy 3 is a go.
What is
Any
up?
final thoughts? I'm trying to think.
Are we having a lot of super slow-mo turns in Bad Boys 3?
Let's see. Keep an eye out on more stuff that's going to be coming out on the channel.
Come on.
For all you podcast listeners, we're really going to try and make sure that this gets out sort of on a
try to do this once a
weekly
week.
basis.
Well,
as far as like the editing and stuff, I meant like when you hear this, it's probably not going to be the 1st of November. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's
Oh yeah, I see.
like getting it up. Like if I'm gonna, to get it up, it's gonna, I'm hoping to maybe get it up by
we're
tomorrow.
still working
Saturday,
a lot of the kinks and shit like that.
But definitely the audio is gonna come up first. You guys can hopefully find us on all the major.
Well, why not just put this shit up?
Major stuff. I can do that too, but like I said, this is what it is. It's this, it's a podcast. We have to make sure that it's the audio's on fire and good to go.
So brought to you by Val Kilmer's mom.
Yeah, mad shout outs to Val Kilmer. Who else can we shout out?
Bogcast.
Yep.
The Bogcast.
Steven
up on
Spielberg. Mad shout out to Bob Saget.
For
any
sure.
Final
Bob Saget.
thoughts. Mad shout out to Kanye for coming back from waking up.
Oh yeah, dude.
know.
No one's using him anymore.
Yeah, he came out of it, so that was pretty cool. And then that's about it. Yeah, I'm out of. I cannot believe fucking Dolph is the coach.
Yeah.
And Stallone is the other coach.
Yeah.
That's so trash. I don't know why that
Who
makes
do you think
me.
would win? Who do you think is
I
gonna
don't
win?
know why that makes me so mad. Oh, like if you were to ask me who wins the first one, like, because I haven't seen the first one.
You haven't seen Rocky 4. Obviously, Rocky beat the Russian.
Yeah.
Now that they're coming back, who do you?
For number 2.
Well, no, that was I'm just,
Right, Creed 2.
Yeah, but I'm not saying about Creed 1. Creed 1 there was had nothing to do with Dolph Lundgren. it had to do with the kid, Creed.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And so now this is their next fight.
I guess for me, storyline wise, it's always going to be dependent on what happened in the first movie.
Well, the first movie. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if you were asking me arbitrarily, hey Brian, who do you think won the first Creed?
Well, watch the fucking movie.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Watch, you're gonna cry.
I'm just
You're
saying.
gonna cry. You're gonna try not to cry.
I don't cry. The only movie I've ever cried at, which is a lie. I've cried at a couple of movies.
Schindler's List. I mean.
No.
Oh, come on.
Schindler's List it'll get you. It'll get you. You know what really gets me though?
Titanic.
Is fucking Hardball with Keanu Reeves and the baseball team. Where Keanu Reeves is a lawyer who gets in trouble and he has to teach the inner city kids to play baseball.
That one got you?
That one gets me every time at the end, dude, because he goes into the church and there's this like really big, there's a scene and like the whole ghetto's out there because Lil B's dead and like,
I
okay. You like turn right around and like Creed he dies at the end of that movie. No, like.
Spoiler alert to Hardball.
If you guys haven't seen fucking Hardball, which is a masterpiece, it isn't a masterpiece. But anyways, yeah, it gets to that end part, and it just every time, yeah, I'm always like poor guy.
Dude, any movie with an animal that gets hurt, fucking Homeward Bound. Oh my god.
Does that get you,
dude? I can't even watch like what's the one with the dinosaurs? The fucking cartoon with Littlefoot.
We're back or what? The Land Before Time.
Yeah, Land Before Time.
Did you cry when his mom died?
Yeah. Dude, I cried when E.T. was sick.
Sensitive heart. You have such a sensitive heart, my guy.
Like I didn't want in the latest Jurassic World movies, I didn't want the Velociraptor jumping on the back of the T-Rex. I'm like, he's gonna get hurt.
You were like, he's gonna get. Oh my god, you're such a nerd. You're so goofy.
But dude, I don't know. I'd see a million people fucking get hurt. I would Saving Private Ryan and be like, oh shit. But no, I see an animal. If I saw a dog run out in Saving Private Ryan, just happen to run by, or a horse, I'd be like, ah.
Like, oh no. There was a movie where they had about War Horse, where it was a movie specifically about the horses that served in World War I.
I can't. No, I wouldn't watch that.
You wouldn't be about it?
No, I couldn't.
I did get a little emotionally attached.
I'd be a wreck.
Yeah, it was a lot. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of I was pretty constantly worried about. There's a part where the whole platoon gathers all their meager earnings together and they give it to the boy so he can buy his horse back from the military, and you're kind of like, it like takes a moment in all the chaos and you're like, hey, did it for that horse, like.
Yeah, I can't do that.
But yeah, anyways, damn, we're really bad at closing the show.
Well, fuck it. Let's just go. All right.
Close it. All right, we're out. Have a good night.